Okay, so we're going to take a look at using T-Site to do a session hijacking. This program is designed to allow you to use this interface to monitor traffic, and then if you want, be able to track it, monitor it, see it in live real time, and then hijack it if you want to. The program that we're showing you, T-Site, is very strictly licensed. You have to get your copy from the company, and it's only going to be licensed for whatever IP subnet address range that you request when you do this. So what we're going to see here are three different systems. We're going to have a workstation, we're going to have a server that we're telnetting to, and then we're going to have the hacker's machine that's going to do the job of the hijack. So we have our regular system that is named FIO. It's going to be the one that we do the attack from. The one that's named WinS2KSQL is going to be the victim. And then the attacker itself. So on this system that you see here, the one that's named XPCPTP, this is going to be the one that we host the T-Site and actually do the attack from. Okay, now as we run this, we're going to have all of the protocols that we capture on the left-hand side. If you click on it, you'll see all of the communications and connections associated with that particular protocol. From that point, all you have to do is double-click any one of those connections, and then you can monitor it or move to a dialog box that allows you to kill it or hijack it. So from the administrator terminal now, we're going to start our telnet session. Now that we've done that, you see that telnet is found by T-Site in the protocols. And so we're going to double click on that connection that we made through our telnet session. And there the pop-up window came up that says we're going to generate basically a capture and watch in live information what the victim is doing. Okay, now on the telnet session, we see that they're going to try to put their information in, their login and their password. On T-Site, we're watching the exact same thing that they type in, just as it is rendered on the victim screen. Even though I can't see the password that's being typed in because of those asterisks, if you look at the bottom of the T-Site window, the actual information sent in is sitting there in clear text, so you can get both the login and the password. Okay, now as the victim is typing in their window, you notice that T-Site is monitoring the information and displaying it to me live, just as the victim is seeing that same information. So at this point, I'm really doing a passive hijack by just listening and monitoring into this information. Now you see that I have the option to terminate this connection if I wanted to kill it, or I could try to take over that session, which would be the session hijack. Now that I've clicked on takeover, you can see that the status says that I've now successfully hijacked this. So now as I'm typing in, I'm using that existing telnet session that the victim had, and you can see that I'm logged in just as that victim was when he logged in. So now that I have that telnet session, I'm going to go ahead and add a user account called Hacker. I'm going to make sure they're part of the local administrators group. And now that was successful. There should be no reason why I can't go in there and re-log on with a new telnet session. Just to show you the power of taking this session over, we're also showing you that we can start services. And it's just something we're going to do to take a look at the server and see if what we actually did has worked. Okay, so now I've clicked on terminate, which means that the victim sees that their connection was lost, and they're just going to probably think that was some other communication network or Windows error, and probably wouldn't think anything about the fact that they lost their connection. So now what we're going to do is go back to the attacking system, and we're going to issue our own telnet command just from the information that we gathered by using our own new account called Hacker. And there it is. I've made my connection. The WhoAmI says that it's the Hacker account that I've created. And when you take a look at that information about that hacker, you can certainly see that they are in the administrators group, just as we tried to do. Now normally, we wouldn't create accounts that are called hacker. We would do our best to create an account that wouldn't show up very quickly and be a little more stealthy than that. Now we're going to take a look at the services, and let's see if those services of the Clipbook service that we started. We'll see if it's up and running. Now, the big benefit here, of course, is that the session that I hijacked was that already of an administrator's account. One of the reasons why we say if you don't have to use your administrator's account, you probably shouldn't. Try to use as low of an account when it comes to permissions or authority as you can. And that's the end of our session of showing you how T-Site can be used as many other tools to do a session hijacking.